Peace and blessings, family. This is your boy Gerald. This message is for those that are born under the 12th sign, for those who don't admit it, but you know that's a guilty pleasure. You have at one time started to research the 12 signs found on the astrological chart. Some of you have actually looked at the profile and compared what was described to what your reality is. And some have been terrified at the truth that was written. For those who've been following my channel almost 6 years now, are full aware that I was born under the 12th sign, known as the fish, the Pisces, the message bringer. And there are very positive traits about being a Pisces. We are known for being compassionate. We are known for being for those that we're known for that we would give our last breath to the same person that would squander it. We're known for being able to read a person from the inside out. No matter what the danger flags are posted, we are the epitome of what loyalty through sacrifice is defined. For some, this can be very painful, very stark. For others, you go through a period of time where your mortality is being bartered, exploited, sacrificed, until you decide to go within yourself. Who am I talking to? But the one thing that has been so prolific about a Pisces, no matter how hard you try to run, no matter how easy it is for you to adapt to your environment, your most challenging environment is found within. And you know that. You know that. That is why there are some that, unfortunately, that are born under the 12th sign, have labels also placed upon you as being very addicted, using emotional masks to hide the emotional scars, and go from one extreme to the next. Oh, yes, beloved Pisces. How about those dreams you've had? Very colorful, huh? How about those just because it happened? Because those are the ones that do not have a connection with their spirituality. Those are also the same ones, unfortunately, that are being set out to be exploited. So per request, someone asked me, Gerald, when is the next time you're going to put out a video in regards to Pisces such as yourself? So I try to be very punctual. I try. And I went and looked through my archive, because there's well over almost 760 videos since the first video that I put out. When was the last time you said I love you to you? And I realized there had been 3 years that had come and gone since I put a video out connecting to you. You know, because that's what Pisces do. We are typically people pleasers. I know that's a bum rap, but we are the ones that will make sure that you don't go without, even though it may be a hardship to us, but you'll never know it. And if it is seen through bad behavior, erratic behavior, self-destructive, or even masochistic displays, it's just a matter of time before that fish wipes what has blinded them. Because see, Pisces has also been known to have the rose-colored glasses because naturally you connect to people by spirit first before flesh. Yes, you do. And that's okay. But there's only one problem with that. If you don't have a connection with yourself first, how can you protect what was blessed? So I'm putting this video out for those because I know that it's been a minute. But I also know that the power of word, everything that I've spoken has come to pass. It's there. All you have to do at your leisure is look at it. Everything that has played out, I've spoken on it well before it happened. And that comes with the territory because most Pisces naturally are empathic too. Oh, yes. You want to make sure that your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Ask a Pisces. They're going to tell you exactly what you're feeling before you let it fall out your mouth because they feel your energy, good or bad. Yes, they do. You know, while everybody may have written you off, it's that Pisces is somewhere, maybe in the shadows, still observant, hoping that you will make it through whatever your reality is. That's how we are built. But in the intended moment, intended time, that little goldfish or that little guppy is called within itself to go into the deep blue and is forgotten. Time progresses only to return, in many cases, a shark, the piranha, or the fish that it was destined to be. It returns prepared. So kind of when you think about it, all the experiences that it was exposed to. So that's your connections, your relationships, your situations. They assess because a typical Pisces, they have great memories. You ask a Pisces, for the most part, they can remember things when they were almost 3 years old. That's just how it's given. And the reason for that is when they finally give themselves permission, now they understand why they went through what they went through and why they saw what they saw and why they felt what they felt. How about that baggage? But then they realized it wasn't the weight of the baggage that they were suppressing, it was the strength that was already there required for them where they're going next. That's why I echo to a lot of people that reach out, because I try, if you drop a line, I respond back because I know the value of your time. It's priceless. It is the reason why I put these videos out, because my end goal is the hope that it motivates you to be the best you. But see, society, it's not the responsibility of society. The burden falls on you. And I'm not trying to sound stark. I'm not trying to be crass about it. But I'm a firm believer everything will make sense in the intended time and moment. The moment you decide to remove that stopwatch from your life. So what's up, Pisces? How's those last 3 years been in your life? You had a lot of highs, didn't you? You did a lot of growing. The only way that you could grow is you had to let go. And the hard thing about it was you felt guilty letting go. But really, it wasn't your burden. It was theirs. It's kind of like someone wearing a size 12 shoe trying to fit their foot in a size 8. It looks good at first till the pressure comes. But you endure in silence. You try to give your all. And when there's nothing left, you still try again. That's why some that get close enough to know your story to a degree, because only the select few will know your story in its entirety. And that's the reason why you know a whole lot of people too. How about them secrets? You know a whole lot of secrets, don't you? It's crazy. Everybody wants to gravitate to you for advice. You know why? Because they see what you can't see yet if you have not done the work. They know that you have a big old heart. You are the example of what being compassionate, yet empathetic as well. But the problem is, you don't do that for you. You feel guilty taking care of you. Till that moment comes, you know that moment. That's the moment when God reminds you, you got work to do. And you have to make a choice to submit to your journey or endure the pain. And I'm not laughing at you, because I know a lot of you, one of your greatest tasks is you can't love everybody. What am I talking about? Even though your heart is big, even though you wish that the world that we live in matched what you envision it to be. No, you ain't crazy. You are the natural truth sayer. But the question is, what is your truth? Are you just marking time to fit in? Or are you going forth into the unknown? You know, I used to always throw in the videos in the past. I told you there were a couple poets that stood out for me. And as I matured, because you continually grow until you take your last breath. And one of the poets that always resonated with me was Robert Frost. And one of his poems was the two poems that stand out for me. There are three. Number one is Footprints. Number two is Robert Frost's The Road Less Traveled. And the third was done by James Baldwin called Love is a Battle. One-liner. James Baldwin's poem said, love is a battle, love is a war, love is about growing up. But you and I both know as a Pisces, you are forever young. That's why you may have some people look at you like, you don't age. But inside your mind, you retort, if you knew how I felt, that's because you take on the responsibilities of those that you care about, even the ones that don't have your best interest. You won't put them out there. They have to deliberately put themselves out there before you say, my hands are off. So Pisces, how you doing with your health these days? Are you starting to listen to what this beautiful temple is telling you? Are you getting your rest? Are you drinking your water? How about taking your natural vitamins? I'm not talking about the synthetic type, family. Spend a little bit of money. Go on Amazon. Do the research for yourself. Because you know, as Pisces, we love looking at the bottom of things and wondering, questioning why is it that way? We're naturally astute to do things like that. But the one thing that drives you crazy is the fact that you know you have natural gifts and talents. Some are very artistic because we dream on a level that no other sign can. Just the problem is when it comes to application, we're quick to just throw it to the side. So this brings me home to the title of what I'm putting out to you. And I'm putting it out the way I'm doing it because you're a fish. You're going to dissect everything I said from now, probably for the next, till you finally get it. That's how we do. But what is being required now is for you to be able to stand on that foundation that makes you who you are. Do you know who you are? I echo that all the time. Because that's going to be the only way you're going to be able to define what you stand for. It's going to give validity to what everything you've seen and gone through. You got to stand on it, not take it. So with that being said, you've got to also be okay to use this beautiful word. It's called no. Because now that you've been made aware, you can't unlearn that. And the more that you go within yourself, guess what? All you're doing is positioning yourself for that big payoff that's coming. Oh yeah, your payoffs is coming if you've done the work. So Pisces, look where you've been. They can write a book off your life and you still got a whole lot of life to live. But remember this, it's not their responsibility to define your story. It's your responsibility to define what it will be. So, yep, you're going to have to let go of some of them relationships. Yeah, but see, you okay with that now because now clarity of the repeated you get validation all the time. Why don't you acknowledge it? Why don't you check it off? You look like, you know what? I knew that when I met them. And now you see where you are now compared if you had stayed where you were. Come on. That's why some of you have drifted in to the abyss and returned into that shark. Now people take you serious. And those who did not have your best interest, they stayed the hell away because they know that you are aware of everything that has happened, everything that they've stood for, and you are trying to keep the peace. Because they already know. You can't run that story because we already got the clip notes for that. We already know the outcome. And we already have put the exclamation points where they needed to go. So you ready to go ahead and swim a little deeper, Pisces? And oh yeah. So don't be afraid when you see that fish in the reflection. That's not the predator. That's you. Be blessed.